Okay, for this is a video showing how to make these little octopus. If you came to the class, this is just your follow-up video on how to complete or start again from scratch. If you haven't come to the class, then you're getting a free video. Now these two little octopus are made with the same pattern. It's just different size yarn, different size hook, yields a bigger or smaller octopus. Now, I was going to say ingredients, not ingredients. We're not making a cake, we're making an octopus. So what you need is yarn and hook that matches your yarn size. I have a stitch marker, I have a darning needle, I have safety yarn, and I have stuffing, hobby fill, whatever you want to call it. A good tip to remember is with your hobby fill, don't spend millions of dollars at Spotlight buying it. Just go to Kmart and buy a cheap pillow and pull the stuffing out of it. Lasts you forever, and it's like an eighth of the cost. Safety eyes are recommended, especially if you are giving the toy to a child. If you don't want to use safety eyes, you can embroider on a face if you're skilled and want to do that. Another tip, if you want to give the toy to a child and you want, like especially a baby, and they might be putting it in their mouth, I would suggest you put your hobby fill inside an old sock or a stocking before you stuff your octopus, in case you have any gaps or you don't want to, just to ensure that the stuffing won't come out any gaps or holes, and extra safe. Safe is good. Now I'm going to start by just unraveling a bit of my yarn to start with, just to make life easier. Now this is like a chenille twist. Use whatever yarn you want to use. Use whatever hook you want to use. If your tension is a bit looser like mine, you might want to size down a hook. If your tension is tight, then stay with the hook size for the yarn. It's really about your own tension and making sure you don't have gaps. See how there's no gaps in my crochet? It's all single crochet, and you don't want gaps because you don't want the hobby fill to fall out. Now I'm going to start with a slip knot. So slip knot, over, pull tight. That's how I do my slip knot. Do your slip knot however you do it. I'm not starting with a magic ring. I don't particularly like magic rings. I find sometimes they come undone, so not my favorite. So I'm going to chain 3 to start with, and then join to my first to make a circle to crochet into, rather than doing a magic loop. Let me just zoom in a bit closer. So here is my circle. I'm going to chain 1, which doesn't count as a stitch, it's just getting me the height for the round. And then I'm going to do 6 single crochet into the circle. I'm going to put my stitch marker in my first one that I've made. So here's my stitch, here's my post. Here is my stitch right here, right behind the handle. So if you can see that, here's my post, here's my stitch there. So my stitch marker is in there. And that's 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm about to do 6. If you don't know what a single crochet is no yarn over. So you've got your working loop on your hook, you insert your hook, and you yarn over and pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. And now here I have 6. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to join with a slip stitch to where my stitch marker is. Remember, I said your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. There's my chain 1 in there. It's just to get the height for the round. And then I am going to do a single crochet where my stitch marker is. So that's 1 single crochet. This round is an increase. So 2, all into that same spot. Now I'm going to take my stitch marker out and put it into that first stitch that I made. So I've got 1 and 2 stitches into the first stitch. Here's my second stitch here. I'm going to do 2 single crochet into there. So 1, 2, 2 into the next one, 1, 2, 2 into my next one. It's 2 all the way around. You're increasing every stitch, so you're turning 6 into 12. And that should be my last 2. You finish on an increase. I'm going to count that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now it's hard to count stitches with this chenille wool, but if you kind of put your fingers in, you can feel where your stitches are. So that's my 12. I'm going to slip stitch closed, and then I'm ready to start my next round. My next round I am doing 18, so I'm doing a single crochet, an increase, a single, an increase, a single, all the way around. So where my stitch marker is, I'm going to do my single crochet, and then I'm going to take my stitch marker out and move it to here. There you can see, here is my post, here is my stitch, just there. So that's a single. My next one is going to be an increase. So I'm going to do 2 single crochet into this stitch. So 1, 2. Just going to unwind some yarn. And then I'm doing a single crochet, an increase, so 2 single crochet in the one spot. I'm doing a single crochet, an increase, and a single crochet, an increase. Oops, no yarn over. Get so used to yarning over sometimes. Do it out of habit. A single crochet and then an increase. Okay, I'm actually going to have to move these guys out of the way. They are getting caught. So I've done an increase. You can see I've got 2 stitches here left. So I'm doing a single and then I'm doing an increase. You always finish, if you start with a single, you finish with an increase. Okay, so that's my 18 stitches. I'm going to slip stitch to my stitch marker like that, 2 on my hook, pull through both. That is a slip stitch. And then I am going to take my stitch marker out and do a single crochet into there. This round we are turning 18 stitches into 24. So I've just done my first one. I'm going to put my stitch marker into there. Ooh, please excuse me, sorry. So I've got it, I'm going to do a single, and then an increase. So I've done 1, I'm doing a second single, and then I'm doing an increase. So I'm doing 2 single crochet into that one. And then I'm doing a single, and an increase. Sort of pull my yarn off a bit, sorry. So a single, single and an increase. And a single, and an increase. So single, increase, single, and I'm finishing on my increase. All right, and I'm going to slip stitch to here. Now the next, so I've done 4 rounds. If you see this, you can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rounds 5 to 9 are just single crochet all the way around. So I'm going to pause the video and come back and show you. So, well, first of all, I'll do the first stitch. So I'm in there, I'm going to insert my hook, pull up a loop, and do my first single crochet. Take my stitch marker out, pop it into here, and then I'm going to continue around. So I've got 24 stitches currently, and I'm going to do row 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and no increases, just a single crochet in each stitch, and then we'll come back.